What's up guys, I'm Nick and this is Build Dad Build. Welcome back to the channel. A place where if there's not whiskey in this mug, I don't know what I'm doing. It's coffee. Wink! Today we're checking out the cylinder engraving capabilities of the WeCreat Vision 20W Diode Laser. And as I've said in the past, WeCreat is advertising this as kind of your one-stop shop, your magic box, if you will, when it comes to lasering. So it does have some interesting features. First of all, it does come with a chuck rotary, which to me is better than the rollers every day of the week. But also to its credit, it has a fixed spot where it hooks into the machine, which I think is really kind of beneficial to where you're not getting those kind of deviated, you're not exactly center lined on your device type issues that you have with other diode lasers when you're just setting a device in the middle of the laser bed. It is similar to the way the Lasermatic is laid out. I wish I could do a side-by-side comparison, but Lasermatic promised to send me one of those guys out and then it never happened. I don't know what happened with that, but that tends to make me kind of wonder a little bit about how their customer service is gonna be. All right, but that's neither here nor there. Let's go check out the old magic box and see what we can do, shall we? Let's head down to the shop. All right, and we're down here in the shop asking ourselves that age-old question.
What's in the box?
That's right, we're doing tumblers today. The chuck rotary we're using in the machine is kind of a brilliant design. It looks similar to the chuck rotary from the X-Tool, except it has a designated mounting spot inside the machine. So let me show you that. Okay, it is kind of dark in here, so I've got my flashlight out. But just so this spot right here, that hole, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this guy, and this guy has this little nubbin right there. It's a nubbin, baby.
I can't believe you. You told me it was a nubbin.
And we're gonna set it right on. It's easier to do with two hands. I'm gonna set it right in that slot. So that's gonna keep your work area straight. You don't really need to worry about the rotary moving around. I am gonna take out these rails too. So just give me one sec, let's pop those out. And that just gives us full access to the working area down here. There are also two side screws that go in here to hold this in. This is always one of those things where there's just not a whole lot of room to work in here. It'd be easier if these are thumb screws. I agree with Tripod's Garage. Thumb screws or like some sort of quick release mechanism here would be better to kind of hold these in place. But I guess it depends. If you're only gonna be doing rotary stuff, not a big deal. Okay, and then we connect right into here. And this piece is gonna go right over here. Let me turn the camera just a little bit so you can see this. It screws right in here. You have the back end or the stabilizer. This guy's just gonna raise up. I turn it the right way. So you can level your piece out so your back end doesn't droop if your tumbler's too heavy. So let's go ahead and chuck in our tumbler. For some reason, my chuck didn't come with a key. If you've got an old drill laying around, you can use one of those. It didn't come with a key. I was also sent a pre-production model, so yours should come with a key to tighten the chuck. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open the mouth and I'm gonna close it around the lip of this tumbler, and we're gonna engrave this way. We're gonna see if that works. Sometimes you need to go from the inside depending on how close the laser comes to the surface, but let's check that out. Not sure how well you can see that opening. I'm just gonna chuck it in or key it in. All right, so now right there we're pretty solid. I don't know if I'm gonna use this back piece for this. I don't think I need it for a tumbler this small. So let's jump over into the software and check it out. We're gonna open up WeCreat Make It software. I'm gonna go to New Project. We're gonna go to Laser Cylindrical, and I can see right here that I don't have it connected. So let me connect that real quick. Okay, let's refresh. As you can see, the cord's no longer there. All right, well, let's go ahead and do a red insulated mug. Already set on. Let's go ahead and get our upload going here. And let's pull this file in here. I'm gonna edit this image. I'm gonna come in and just background remove. This stuff should be okay if it's still in there. Like you're gonna see that I'm not gonna be able to get the R right, which is why we have the undo, right? It's just less area for the laser to have to scan. If you can't get them all, it's no big deal. Okay, let's hit autofocus real quick. While it's doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and resize my image here. I don't wanna get it to kind of the edges just because I wanna see if it's going to, see how those edges are gonna do. And I'm gonna come in here, and this nice little preview kind of gives you an idea what it's gonna look like. I don't want any red on there. So I think I'm gonna go like 100 millimeters per second at a 55% power. 55, 100 millimeters per second. Then let's go ahead and start. Oh, I didn't do the diameter, so let me click out of there real quick. The perimeter of it is 275. I should have done this first. I messed up. Now it's gonna, like, everything's gonna change here real quick when it refreshes, so give me 1 second. Because now it gives you an idea of like where it can and can't engrave. So we're gonna come in here, make this bigger, pull this over here. And I should have done that first. So that was my mistake. We're gonna go right to that line. Okay. Now we hit start and we hit send, and then we hit the button on the machine, baby. Okay guys, so I just wanted to show you how repeatable this is. So I'm gonna go ahead and refresh. I went ahead and put another tumbler in there. This one's gonna look a little different. I just have a bunch of ones to work on. So I'm gonna come in here, I'm gonna reposition the design just a little bit. We're gonna use the same settings because I had red insulated mug. Well, let's try insulated mug. Oh, so that just changed it to that. Okay, well, let's see how that does. All right, let's autofocus just to make sure. It's, honestly, it's almost exactly the same size. It's just a different design. Let's let her rip. Okay, so I already pulled the red one out, swapped these out. This one still has some residue on it. We gotta take that off. And the stuff that I use to take this residue off is this stuff. It's called Blue Powder Coat Residue Remover. This is from Enduramark. I'll link it down below. I know you guys are gonna come at me and you're gonna say, hey, use the awesome stuff that you buy at the dollar store. It doesn't work as good, okay? It works, and if that's all you want to do, that's fine, but this stuff is better. Believe me, when you see it in person, there is a big difference between what this stuff looks like and what it looks like when you use the awesome stuff, or whatever it's called. But I'm gonna go ahead and clean this off, and then we'll meet back upstairs. All right, guys, we are back up in the office. Still whiskey, coffee, wink. And we have our cylinders here. It may have not been very clear why I did 2 cylinders downstairs, so I'm gonna show you why now. I kind of messed up, and I'm a little upset because I was planning on using this tumbler at a later date, but this is pretty cool. I need to find out where I got this tumbler from and link it down below because you guys are probably gonna want this. This actually engraves in white. So if you check that out, let me turn the light up in here just so you can see this. So this is kind of almost a little bit more of a rubbery feel to it, and the engraving comes out white. So this wiped off beautifully, and it's really kind of slick. Like I said, I wasn't planning on using this particular tumbler yet. I didn't know it did that, but if I would have known that it did that, I would have done this for Christmas. As you can see, the Engrave is pretty damn clean. The one you guys probably are really more interested in are the ones that you guys are gonna do more often. They're gonna be coated tumblers. So without further ado, here is the Witches Better Have My Candy tumbler on orange. And that just looks amazing. I was a little concerned with the design. It kind of was a little fuzzy around the edges. That is not showing up at all on here. All those lines are nice and crisp and clean and pretty like your mama. And with that fixed rotary in there, I think it's a really great machine to just have set up to do rotary projects all the time. All you need to do is tweak the perimeter or the diameter of the cup, put in your product, and then just autofocus and away you go. So you guys tell me in the comments, is it really a magic box? Now, until next time, I gotta go.